What is up, everybody? That car guy Eddie here, and today another video. This video is a 12,000 mile review of my 2021 Hyundai Santa Fe Limited. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and this video comes as a big request from people who basically want to know, Eddie, what's up with the Santa Fe? If you've watched my original video and you've watched my initial reaction video, you'll know that I am a big fan of the Hyundai, the styling, the power, all that fun stuff. But the problem that I had, what I was really honestly afraid of, was the reliability aspect of it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I have just rolled over 12,145 miles, and I've done an initial review and a 2,500 mile review, but I did not do a 10,000 mile review. And the reason why is because I hadn't road tripped this thing yet. I'm putting about 4,500 miles on my Hyundai roughly a month, which is a lot of miles, let me tell you. It's a lot of freeway, it is a lot of back roads, and I would like to tell you a little bit more about the gas mileage, but we're gonna get to that. But basically it's been 12,000 miles of really kind of uneventfulness, which is a good thing. It is a very good thing, let me tell you. You don't want crazy eventfulness stuff in a new car, but my biggest fear about owning a Hyundai was the fact that it wasn't going to be reliable, was going to be the thing. So we'll talk about that as I go ahead and get into the introduction. So first of all, if you have not liked the channel, definitely smash that like button. It helps out Google's YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing too. I always do all sorts of fun, hilarious videos on side-by-sides and just stuff car related. So if you're a car person, you'll probably like the channel. But back to the Hyundai. So first thing, let's talk about fuel. So like I said, I have driven 42 days and 42 hours. Or at least I'm assuming that's how this timer reads. The timer reads 42.42H. So I'm assuming 42 hours and 42 minutes. Yes, that is what it is. No, 42 days and 42, I don't know. I've driven a lot. It's got 12,000 miles on it. During that time frame, it has amassed 22.7 miles to the gallon, which is substantially lower than the EPA rated 27 miles to the gallon. Now, can the car get 27 miles to the gallon? Yes. In fact, the car can get 31, 33 miles to the gallon. The problem with it is that to do that, I have to go under 60 miles an hour. See, there's a key there. I'll tell you a couple things about this. This car is not the most streamlined vehicle. I think since the refresh, where you have the flat nose cone with the big grill and everything like that, this car is very, very susceptible to poor fuel mileage, because I have a high suspicion that it has a pretty large drag coefficient because the front end is so square. Now, here's the deal. You do get really good aggressive styling with that, but the way I can tell that it's got a high drag coefficient is not because I got a wind tunnel. It's because if I draft another car in front of me, I can get up to speeds of 70, 80 miles an hour with a car in front of me, and I can achieve 30, 31 miles to the gallon all day long. But when it's just me out on the flat road driving, and if there's any wind, I'm getting sub 25. Like I said, 22.7 is my current fuel mileage. Luckily, the car does not take premium, and right now it's May 16th of 2022, and gas prices are well over $6 a gallon. This is an expensive car to drive. I'll tell you, it is an expensive car to drive. Now, the reason I bought this is because I needed something big enough that was going to haul my family, but not so big that I had a full-size SUV. You see, I had a Dodge Durango Citadel for a really long time, and I drove the big full-size SUV, and that got even worse, like 16 miles to the gallon. So a good rule of thumb when you're buying a new car is you take the window sticker and you subtract about 15% off of what the window sticker says that you're going to get average miles per gallon, and that's probably what you get. Unless, of course, you are pure freeway driving, and I do a lot of freeway driving. I drive 40 miles, like I said, on the freeway. So unless you're pure freeway driving and you're doing like 55, chances are you're probably not gonna get what the window sticker says, unfortunately, on any car. Anyways, does that make me happy or sad? Makes me indifferent. I wish that it got better fuel mileage. I wish that it got 26 or 27. Hell, I wish that it got 25 on average, but it just doesn't. I did a big road trip to Southern California this past weekend, and I was keeping up with the flow of traffic. Any of you that know how I-5 is or anything like that know what the flow of traffic is. And like I said, the best I was getting was like 24.9, 25.1. Unless I was, like I said, really, really drafting a car. All right, so there's your fuel mileage. Like I said, you don't have to run premium in it, which is nice. It is turbocharged. Like I said, this is the limited model, so it has the 2.5 turbocharged motor in it, which is the motor that you want. Do not waste your money and buy V6s. Please don't buy V6s anymore. Like, the world is happier with boost. You're gonna get better fuel mileage. Anyways, that's my rant on that. So what else do I want to talk about? So let's talk about reliability. So I have not had to have this into the shop for anything except for one single oil change. That was covered in full by Hyundai. That is part of Hyundai's 36,000 mile, care package thing that they do for you, which is really good. I mean, I think all manufacturers should do that, especially with the increased price in cars. The first couple oil changes should be covered by the manufacturer. If not, at least the first oil change, because typically your first oil change is about 5,000 miles into the life of the vehicle. 5,000 to 7,500 miles into the life of the vehicle. And if something is going to happen that is probably going to be covered under a manufacturer's defect, it's probably going to be that one. So if I was a manufacturer, I would pay for everybody's first oil change right off the bat. Smash that like button if you think all manufacturers should just pay for that first oil change. It'd be cheaper for them. I'm telling you, Hyundai, I know you guys watch my channel, but thank you for what you do. It's really good. Anyways, mechanical issues. No mechanical issues to report whatsoever. The only issues that I've had with this car have been a product of how much I drive. I have gone through one set of tires. That's because I hit a pothole and it pinched my sidewall, and the Continental tires that were originally on the car were like $395 a piece for one, and it was all-wheel drive, so I wanted to replace all of them. So I did not go the Continental route. I ended up with another set of tires, which I'm testing, and I'll let you guys know about that. And I got a crack on my windshield, and once again, the crack on the windshield is from what? Drafting trucks. Yes, I live in an area where there's a lot of rock trucks, and yeah, cracked windshields are bound to happen, especially in 12,000 miles with as much as I drive. Let's talk about the interior. How's the interior held up? Well, I am a dad with 3 kids, and the interior's held up pretty well. In fact, I haven't even cleaned out from the road trip that we just had yesterday because I haven't had any time to do anything. And, you know, I think it's fine. It's held up. There's no wear and tear on the seats. The seats aren't creasing at all. Everything's still working, which is nice. The buttons haven't fallen off, or there's no abnormal wear on the steering wheel or anything like that. And part of the reason that is because Hyundai is using incredibly premium things within their car. I want to tell you, if you're looking at more expensive German luxury brands, like if you're cross-shopping this against like the Q5 and things like that, definitely give the Hyundai a look. I'm telling you, it is a nice car. It really, truly is. What else? Am I disappointed with the Hyundai? No, I'm not disappointed with the Hyundai, other than the fuel mileage. But like I said, that's something that you get when you go to an SUV anyways. I will tell you that for the creature comforts that I have in this thing, I absolutely love them. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's got auto high beam. It's got lane keep assist. It has lane centering. It has heated and cooled leather seats. It has heated leather seats in the back. It has peasant blockers in the back. The back seats recline, so my kids are back there. It's got 2 USB ports, and it's got a 110 outlet in the back for the kids if they need it. It's got this nice, big, beautiful panoramic sunroof that, because I live in California, it's either too hot or too cool to open it, or it's too loud. That's another kind of gripe that I have, is that when you do open this huge sunroof, it is very, very loud. And I know what you're saying. You're going, Eddie, well, it's a big sunroof. It's really loud. No, it's loud because of the design. On the front of it, it has this bug guard so bugs don't fly in your car, which obviously, and that bug guard is super loud. It's a net is the problem. And what it does is it pops up when you open your sunroof, and the net catches all this air, and it gives you this real loud noise, which is super freaking annoying. What they should have just done was they should have just made that metal, so when it pops up, it's metal, and it just hits the bugs, and the bugs are the I or A splat on the metal, or B, it deflects wind up over the car with the sunroof open. That's what it should do. The problem is, now that you got this net thing is literally catching bugs, and because, like I said, anytime you try to drive on a nice evening where it's a little warm outside, you know, you got the top open, this net is filling up with bugs, and there's no like effective way to clean this net. So that's kind of my qualm with it a little bit. I do like the styling. The paint has held up well. I've ran this thing through a variety of different brushed car washes. Yes, brushed car washes. I did pay for the $1,000 upgrade to the white crystal metallic paint. I'm a big fan of white cars. Like I said, I live in an area that is averaging over 100 degrees in the summer, and white cars definitely help keep that heat out. I've owned 2 black cars in my life, only 2, and every time I get rid of the black car, I tell myself I'm never gonna buy a black car again.